Welcome to another video. Hope you're doing well, right? It's been a minute since the last video. Again, sorry, I'm really busy these days, so I'm trying to focus and do one video per week, but it's kind of difficult at the moment, which is good for this video, I guess, because I have accumulated quite a lot of pieces that I want to combine in a sort of like spring, summer, or rather spring pickups video. Many different brands in there, so I think there should be something for everybody. Leave it down in the comments. What is your favorite piece? Would be exciting to hear. Also if I make good choices or not. But as I said, different brands, different kinds of clothing, etc. So I would say let's get started right away. So we could start with two Greg pieces that I really adore. Greg Lauren, of course. I have done a couple of Greg Lauren videos in the past. As you know, I'm a big fan, especially the early Greg, meaning until like 2018, I would say, is the prime Greg area. And while I am talking, I'm looking for the date stamp. There we go. So this piece was created in December 2018, the last days of his prime, I guess. And this is an interesting jacket. So this is it's called the Painter Track jacket. You can see here the tag. And that's also something that I love about the old Greg pieces is, first of all, you have the name written in there, written by hand, but then also you have the date, which is really always a good reference, I guess. But yeah, this jacket really looks like a regular track jacket from far away. And I'm not the biggest track jacket kind of guy. To be honest, I still don't know why I love this piece so much, but I really do. First of all, the quality is insane. I believe this was a spring summer piece, so it's not the thickest material, but it's still thick and like sturdy and has so many crazy details. So first of all, you have paint splashes all over the material. So the color is sort of like a dirty white, feels like a canvas material, and many different like stains all over this piece. One of my favorite details as well is the cuff, like you can probably see like the double layer thick material and perfect distressing. As you know, distressing is, to me, it's an art form. Like everybody can distress, but it rarely looks tasteful, I think. And Greg is really one of the best who does distressing. I know it's probably old news, like people don't like distressing anymore, that, I don't know, look is not on vogue or whatever, but I don't care, I love it. Then it has kangaroo pockets up front, so two bigger ones as well as two smaller ones where you can stash stuff, whatever you need. And then like so many, you could probably spend 1 hour just looking at this and every details. For example, you have here Carhartt buttons, which is so random. And now he did a collaboration with Carhartt, but this is not part of that. And then you have some other fabric details here, hand stitched, that you can see from the inside if you look at the stitching from the inside. And yeah, very high neck with also distressing here. Ultra high quality double metal zip. So this is a size 10 metal zip, and then super long drawstrings. This is a size 3. I think it fits me perfectly. I like a size 3, size 4 in Greg, depending on the desired fit. But this is really perfect. Would look weird, I think, if it was like too big. So size 4, not too much. But yeah, this is an acquisition that I made. I bought this on Grailed, actually, out of the US. He had this thing on forever, and I negotiated for like, I don't know, like 6 weeks in total. Not full negotiation, but first contact to purchase. And yeah, it wasn't cheap, let me put it this way. But I think it's worth it because it's such a versatile jacket that I usually just throw on whether I go with the dog, go shopping or whatever. So it is warm enough for those spring days that we're having, but it's not like this super thick jacket. Yeah, I personally love it. I know this is probably a polarizing piece. I think the majority of people will not like it. And as I said, I'm not 100% sure why I like it so much. Probably the painter aspect. You have like a canvas and some stains and dirt on it. So this is the first Greg piece that I bought. let me show you Greg piece number 2, which is called the Tent Zip Front Studio Shirt, made out of vintage US Army tents. And the date on that is April 2018. So similar timing. And this is basically also a super weird, I'm not the biggest short sleeve person. I don't know, it feels like I always say I'm not the biggest whatever person, but I am not. T-shirts, yes, but everything else difficult for me. But this is sort of like a thicker shirt. Again, has a front zip, also size 10 metal zip. Really, really good quality drawstrings as well. And has these like pre-rolled up sleeves. I love the faded color of this army green. Has distressing throughout as well. And then similar to the painter jacket, this one has like jeans patches sewn on. A cool neck. I think it fits quite well. I love this for summer because when you have to like go somewhere else and you don't want to wear a short sleeve t-shirt, but it is rather warm outside. So let's say I go for dinner or whatever. I think this is quite good. I like this open. I don't close this down. I don't know, that looks too weird, I think. For me at least, like on my body. But I think open, this is perfect for summer. And really like casual vibes, and it feels as the painter jacket does as well, like even though it was brand new, like very like worn in because it's vintage fabrics, right, and pre-washed, etc. So it feels like this has had a life already, which is awesome in my opinion. Gives this piece a lot of character. So that is Greg piece number 2. Maybe let's move on to other random stuff. Could talk about hats. I bought another Greg hat, by the way. I bought another trucker hat, this time from Greg Lauren. I'm not liking this too much, to be honest. I bought this on the Real. It was a good deal. And it doesn't look bad, but I don't know, it's a bit too big for my taste. I like the canvas material though. It's like a very sturdy canvas material that is painted, and then of course just a trucker back. Yeah, still liking it, but I think that's not the best shape for my head, but I still wear this a lot actually. But speaking of hats, I bought hats that I think have the perfect shape, and some have dog hair on it as well. So this is to me the perfect shape of hats. My taste at least, right? And this is a Ralph Lauren hat. They just make the best hats, I think. I'm not the biggest fan of the logo, which is why I try to remove the logo. As you can see, this is sort of a weird looking horse now. Also the polo in the back is a nightmare. Try to remove that as well. So I still like the pop of color, but I think it's a cool contrast. So to me now this is perfect, right? It would be probably too plain if this wasn't there. But the logo, I don't know. I don't want to do advertising for Ralph Lauren. But this is really, to me, it fits great. It feels comfortable, and I think it's a more like humble shape, I guess, than in comparison to the trucker hat, which is more like bigger and a bit more substantial. So I bought this one used, and I thought, okay, why not buy a corduroy version? I love corduroy. My second favorite fabric, I would say, after tweed. Corduroy. It's so difficult to find corduroy stuff though. I don't know, it's not on Vogue. I don't know why I'm using this word again. But yeah, not many brands use it for some reason, but I love cord. So I bought this brownish, reddish one. Removed the logo as well, like partially at least. Then the same here with the polo thing. And then the strap here in the back is made out of leather, which I thought of replacing as well, but then honestly I was too lazy. But this somehow does not fit that well. I don't know, shape is a bit different, so I'm not liking that too much, to be honest. Still wanted to share it though. Maybe I'll give this to my wife, but yeah, it's not as great as the other one. The other one I absolutely adore. So those were 3 accessories that I bought. I would say let's quickly move on because we have a lot of ground to cover. A bigger purchase that I made. This is a good one. So I bought a John Alexander Skelton coat, which is almost longer than me. Made out of the most beautiful fabric that I've ever seen. Tweed. Gray, black, checked. White lining, as you can see, so the sleeve is folded a bit here. White lining, here you see number 6 out of 17. There we go. Number 6 out of 17. Signature long silhouette, as well as the signature buttons, I meant, actually. And yeah, this is super long. Like really long, almost too long. I thought, okay, difficult to pull off. But I just love the fabric so much, and I really got this for a good deal. It's brand new. Still had the tags on when I received this from my friend. Came to my studio and said, listen, it's a bit too big on me. Please try it on. And I was like, oh, it's too long. I'm not sure if I can. And I tried it on, and the fabric is just, oh. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of those like slouchy, oversized looks, which Skelton does most of the time. But I think with this coat, it still works, right? You can pull it off a bit and make it a bit, not tighter, but like, I don't know, decide how you want to wear it so it is a bit more fitted. I personally love Elena Dawson coats more. Why? Because they have a more tailored silhouette, and I think that suits me better. I had to sell my Elena Dawson coat, unfortunately, because it was a size large. And yes, after rewatching the video, trying it on a couple of times, even wearing it a couple of times, I decided it is a bit too big on the shoulders because it has more structured shoulders. Those have more like drop shoulders, so it's easier, it's attended that way. But for the Elena Dawson, yeah, if I ever find this in a medium, I'll probably pull the trigger again. This was probably my favorite coat, gray tweed, but this is gray tweed as well. So yeah, absolutely lovely piece. As I said, it's really big, so I probably have to put this on and show you. I'm not sure if you can see that here on camera, but looking at it this way, it almost appears to have a green touch, sort of like a military greenish touch, which is amazing. Yeah, super deep pockets, beautiful coat in my opinion. This is probably best styled to have some, like with some contrast shoes. Let's say, I don't know, like my Salomon sneakers, for example, that have a bit of color to it. It really like makes the silhouette or makes the fit a bit easier, I think, on the eye. So I'm not sure if I would wear like combat boots or something like even more hardcore to that. So this would probably need some loosening up, if that makes any sense. Next up, I wanted to show you the new shopper bag that I made. So as you might know, I will go to Berlin next week to do an exhibition with Dan. We'll have a pop-up there. So I'll bring this bag, which is super big, as you can see. So it's double-sided, right? So on this side, we have black horse shoulder, which is like rather thick, Has a beautiful structure and texture to it. And then on the other side we have black culata that you might be able to see here. Beautiful change in texture. So here it's more like a suede, and then here you have like the shell part, which is rather like structured and sturdy. So sewn inside out, as you can see. Then has a shoulder strap as well. You can maybe better see from this side here. So that has a similar structure, but that's buffalo leather. Then this beautiful aged buckle here. And then has two military locks that make the perfect handle. If you follow Skinners, you know this is a signature detail. And really has a lot of room, a lot of thickness as well. I call this a shopper because it has like a similar shape, almost a square shape, and lots of room. So this is really great for going shopping and stuff like that. You can really carry a lot of stuff. So yeah, quickly wanted to show that. I will put this up for sale in Berlin, probably, if I manage to bring it there. But yeah, let me come to the last piece, and that's something I've had for a while. If you follow me on Instagram, you probably know or have seen a couple of pictures. Not sure why I never posted a video about this. I kind of forgot, to be honest. So this is the chain seam kite parka, or whatever it's called. My favorite Carol color, which is 19. So here you have a couple of details. You have here the cuff, sort of like integrated gloves, signature snap buttons, where you can basically fold over the sleeve, and then you have sort of like the glove, which is attached, exposed, yellow seam taping. So exactly the same color as my fingerless gloves, which I love. So you can combine if you want, but this still has integrated gloves, so you don't necessarily need to. So this is the older version, which has YKK zips with the YKK logo, which is so cool. I don't know, the old Carol stuff like I really feel old when I always say the older stuff is better, but I think to me it has more, you have more the feeling that a human being made it. It's not so polished, like you have small imperfections compared to the new stuff anyways. And I think like not having a zipper pull with the logo or the name on it, but just that YKK, it's a cool detail. I don't know. But yeah, lovely parka, which is hand dyed. And this is, as I said, it's quite old, but still every time I wear it, my skin gets like, looks dirty because the dye just goes onto my skin and it just never stops. So if you buy this, don't wear any white stuff or light stuff in general. But yeah, it's a beautiful piece. Has those protruding, extended, I don't know what it's called, pockets, lovely pocket design, fully lined with the same material. Quite the big pockets as well, which I like. And to be honest, I wear this mostly, obviously when it rains, but when I go with my dog and it rains, I pull this on. You have a hood that you can pull out here, really handy. And I think you can really pull off a couple of cool fits with this one. Also, it packs quite light, so I will probably, when I go to Berlin, like wear my vest bag, put this in, and every time it rains, I can pull this out. So I think it's a cool jacket. Not cheap, obviously, but I think it's difficult to find a really good rain jacket. I bought a Valence, I don't know what it's called, but it's like the Valence. It's made out of Gore-Tex shake dry material, which is my favorite Gore-Tex version because it's like super small. It almost feels like leather, similar to this, even though that's, I think, like ripstop-ish. It's not that cool looking, but I think it does the job, but this is obviously a good combination. Righty, I think that's it. I think that's my pickups. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what is your favorite cop. What did you dislike? Maybe focus on the positive comments. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, smash the like button, subscribe. More videos to come, of course. I'm going to film in Berlin as well, so I'm looking to do at least 2 vlog style videos, one with the exhibition, one with a pop-up, etc. We have lots of like cool people there, so I think it's gonna be fun. I'm excited anyways. I just shipped off our art pieces today. Hopefully they will arrive safely, and then I'm going there on Thursday and I'm staying for a week, so the exhibition will be June 18th to June 21st, right? So 4 days, I think, in total. 18th is the vernissage, the opening at 5. If you are in Berlin, join, would be cool. Let's have some drinks, chat, listen to music, whatever we need to do. And then Sunday we'll have a pop-up where Dan is selling a couple of like smaller pieces that he did. I'm selling a lot of Skinosh stuff, so keychains, belts, wallets, shopper probably. Then we have Louis from Maison there, who is selling a couple of old pieces, like samples and stuff, but also stuff from the newer collection. And then we have Aaron from Armor Inc. there, who is showcasing his jewelry, which you can buy as well, and a couple of clothing pieces. So I think it's gonna be fun, right? We'll have a small-ish party. So pop-up on Sunday, I think it starts at 3 p.m. if I'm not mistaken. So come by. If you can make it on the weekend, we are still open on Monday and Tuesday as well. And then Wednesday we'll go home. All right, this time, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.